What's going on, guys? So we just came back from watching Birds of Prey, the newest film
The
in
sequel to Suicide Squad.
in the DC universe. And well, let's just start out with our initial thoughts.
It was okay.
It was an
It was
okay
okay.
movie.
All right. I mean, to start off, it was not a movie you could only see once, and if you see it more times, you'll probably get bored of it. You probably got bored of it the first time, actually.
I mean, yeah, for sure, because Tony went and fucking took a nap
Yeah.
while watching the movie.
What did he say? He just turned around.
He just turned to me like halfway and said like, "Dude, I just woke up from my nap."
And he told me that too. He was like, I don't know if it was the same time or different naps.
Or two naps.
That's probably just Tony.
So, I mean, if you just want to go see a movie to just shut your mind off and just have some fun, I guess, this is a fine movie to just go watch when you're. I mean, I think this is a good Valentine's movie for people who are lonely and fucking hate themselves and they want to watch something that.
So 4
No,
out of 5.
no, Sonic
Maybe that's
is
why
gonna
I
be a
think it's-
better Valentine's.
Maybe that's why I have a
movie.
better opinion of it than you
But
guys
yeah,
do.
this film is not very good.
No, yeah,
I really did not like this movie.
Man, I really didn't like it either that much. I thought it was too cheesy in my taste.
Wait, first let's talk about things we liked, honestly.
Yeah.
Before we get to the things we don't like, because we could go on and on with that. So let's get off the few things we liked. All right, not everyone at once.
Okay, I think the action was okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's momentum. You necessarily didn't
There's
get
no
bored.
momentum.
Okay, but you didn't
There's
get
no
bored.
momentum.
You didn't
get
get bored.
lost. You didn't get confused.
You didn't get lost. You didn't get bored. It just
It
wasn't.
just went in a straight line.
It went.
It was like one action scene after another,
Yes,
honestly.
yeah.
And even, but like, little parts in between, but they focus a lot on the action parts.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fine.
this is
It
a
was okay.
shitload of action.
Yeah.
It was hard to tell which was action and what was just
Yeah,
dialogue.
just normal.
The set designs were really good. I think a lot of the environment and the set designs of the movie were pretty great. I like the last, what was it, the
What,
the
booby
booby
trap,
trap,
the booby trap.
the amusement park?
the amusement park, the
Harley-
police station,
The club?
the club
club.
was great.
The evidence
a
room.
lot of the-
I like the evidence room.
A lot of the set designs were
Yeah,
phenomenal.
I like the apartment.
I like them a lot.
I like
the
the
apartment,
apartment.
yeah. Like,
Oh, yeah. Harley
the-
Quinn's apartment.
The world felt lived in, and that's something
A lot of movies lack, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great because it makes you connect a bit more with the characters.
Yeah, it made it seem more real
Mhm.
because
It
there's
made it
people.
seem like they were like actually could happen.
Yeah, but there's people recognizing Harley in the streets. She was going to restaurants, buying food. She
There
had
was
an
actually
apartment.
people
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it wasn't
actual-
just like-
Unlike Suicide Squad, where
Yeah,
it's
where it was
just
just
pitch black and there's no one in
And
there.
then there's monsters.
Yeah.
I liked some of the acting from Harley Quinn.
yeah, she was born to play that.
Margaret Robbie, yeah, she was basically born to play.
Yeah, Harley Quinn is born to play Harley Quinn.
And I really like Ramona Flowers playing
Hey.
Huntress. What's her name? I'm sorry.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
She
you
played
didn't
a-
look it up, right?
No,
you
definitely
didn't
not.
look it up.
She was like an edgy, awkward
Yeah,
character.
that's why I read
Which
it.
worked for her.
That's why-
Which
Yeah,
worked for
which
her.
worked for her and for the movie.
And
which is-
everywhere else gonna be like, oh my god, that's so mean, like so quirky like that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It
See, that's why I
So,
related
okay,
to her
so
so much.
it worked for her.
worked for her, not everyone
Not
else.
everyone else.
I'll continue talking too. I guess. I mean, just one more thing that I liked. A lot of the animations,
The Crayola crayon.
like in the beginning, I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
that was cute.
Yeah.
Okay,
At the beginning, I thought it was cute.
Or like
It was
little
cute.
It was,
backstory.
like, it was
animated.
like a cartoon.
Yeah, it was nicely animated.
Yeah.
all right, that's fair.
I really liked how the action sequences flowed. Like there wasn't really any like super hardcore like
Random
fast
cuts.
fast random cuts. You could see. I mean, you can see them moving. You can see what they're doing. Albeit it's kind of cartoony at some points. Like the physics are kind of like.
But I think that
whack.
was what they wanted.
Yeah.
I think that was meant to be.
I mean,
like
I feel like they went low too much because it felt like they could like flick someone with a finger and that guy would do like 20 fucking flips in
Yeah.
the air. Like I don't know.
I think look,
Even still,
it worked at the police headquarters. Everywhere else was just kind of like.
Well, I mean, but the first thing she shot was like a beanbag, and the guy like flipped.
No,
yeah.
he didn't flip.
She just fell back. But the confetti cannon that she just shot was just like, oh.
I mean, I feel like that's just the product of the fact that it's a comic book.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay,
comic
you know,
book. It's a
then it kind
superhero
of gets a
book.
pass because it is like a comic book movie, but
All right.
Yeah, the action was good.
Negative.
actually,
Okay.
Alright.
it was still good.
Hey, now for the negatives, like with
What
the negatives.
didn't we like? I didn't mind that Harley Quinn was the narrator. I just think they could have done it a lot better, and end product was just confusing because I was really confused of the storyline. What the hell
Oh,
was
like
going
the
on?
first half.
Yeah.
First, it was like she was talking about the past, and then she got to the present, and then she went like 3 days back.
Yeah,
and
it
then,
goes
like,
back
a
and
week
forth a lot.
later.
Like I guess like it's part of her quirkiness, but it's just somewhat confusing for the
Yeah.
general audience to
Follow.
Yeah, to follow.
I feel like that part is like the weakest part, the first half, because of that. It reminded me a lot of how Suicide Squad was edited, like really choppy.
Yeah, a lot of the editing choices were like, really, are we gonna go back to Suicide Squad?
Oh,
it-
yeah.
But that's why it's Suicide Squad 2, basically.
It's the editing. I guess it's a little bit better than Suicide Squad. It's more
Control.
a little bit more cohesive. The acting, a lot of the acting was pretty bad, in my opinion. I didn't like Ewok McGregor as the villain. He's just seemed really awkwardly put into this movie. Like if they just told him, "Hey, play this villain, we'll give you a decent paycheck." He's like, "All right, whatever." And like
You were the chosen.
a lot of the dialogue was cringy as fuck. Like
Well,
it was really bad.
especially with Black Mask. Every 5 fucking seconds. Woo! Every fucking.
And like the one-liners were just like awkwardly put. From like Huntress had a lot of one-liners, and
None of them stuck.
None of them stuck. None of them landed. It's just a lot of the people who acted in the movie are just very awkward.
A lot of
It felt
awkward
natural.
scenes.
They did not. It
it
did
felt
not
forced.
feel natural.
Huntress, Black Canary, and
Renee Montoya.
Another thing I really didn't like was, holy shit, there's so many action scenes and they're all poorly choreographed or they're all shot so simplistic. Like there is not one fighting
Memorable.
scene that's gonna stick out and be like super memorable. Not only that, they did the same thing with Suicide Squad where like they basically put the entire fucking soundtrack in the fucking movie. It's like
Yeah.
song after song after
Yeah,
song. Like
I was-
okay, we get it. You have the rights to play all these iconic songs, but
Like, hooray, you have the rights for Black Betty.
like,
And then it cut off.
Yeah.
it's like you use way too much of it. Like just okay, have 3 good action scenes, 3 good songs, but don't put them for like when
Back
she's
to
like
back.
walking down the street,
Back
you know.
to back, or
like,
Yeah.
use 10 seconds of it and then cut to the next
Yeah, and
one.
the
cut to-
choreography is just
Dog shit.
poor.
I feel like they didn't really develop any other character besides Harley,
Yeah,
the main
basically
cast.
just Harley Quinn.
There's no
really.
real supporting cast.
Like everyone else, it's like they gave the backstories, but it's like we
Didn't
don't
go
really
anywhere.
care, you
Yeah.
know. Like the only person that's like really like
Oh.
they did a lot to develop was just Harley Quinn, really.
Yeah.
And even then, she didn't really have like a good story.
Yeah, basically this is just filler for Suicide Squad 2.
True.
Because you can literally skip this, and Suicide Squad 2 would be just
Probably
be like,
nothing different.
yeah,
Yeah.
This is basically like DLC. That's like
yeah,
Oh,
to,
you know,
to
you-
Suicide
you
Squad.
kind of don't need it. You can have it if you want, but not really. I just can't wait for the movie game.
The book, the series.
Yeah, the Birds of Prey movie game.
You're the little girl that she's running.
That's another thing.
Yo,
I
fuck
hated
that
the little
girl.
girl.
Yeah.
She
It was whiny the entire time.
She was super cringy. She reminded me of like old Xbox Live lobbies, like little 12-year-old kids trying to barely learning to swear, where it just sounds kind of like.
Look,
Yeah.
trying to be
Oh,
like
no,
tough
a lot of
enough.
her-
they learned the word like bitch and then like
Like,
they're
just
all
kept saying
tough.
that,
Like I
bitch,
said,
fucking fuck.
like I said, a lot of the acting is very unnatural. Like when she swears, it's like it's not authentic whatsoever.
You smell like shit.
Oh yeah, you smell like shit. Wow.
Yeah, dude. I was
That's
like,
the only
I
line I
rolled my
remember.
eyes like, ah. Oh, spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, the car
yeah,
smells like
what-
shit.
Yeah.
All right,
And she takes one.
final thoughts.
Oh yeah, she does.
Actually, does take one.
So
Final thoughts of the movie. Lewis, final thoughts.
They shouldn't have killed a Black Mask. They should have just like, all right, let's keep him developing and just have him have like a huge grudge on Harley Quinn, and then show how the Black Mask became Black Mask. So like the end credits, like the after credits, They could have showed him like coming back, like, oh, I'm getting my revenge.
But he fucking exploded.
He exploded. He didn't have Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan didn't have the high ground.
That calls back to when you said that like he just did it for like a paycheck.
Yeah.
So maybe he wasn't. They probably knew that he was gonna come back
see,
as the Black Mask.
All right, final thoughts.
Okay. These are my final thoughts. I'm gonna keep going at the Black Mask thing. It was so the last thing
killed him off so
was fucking
quick.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
They were building him up like, oh my god, he built a fucking army.
Yeah.
He's doing all this.
Yeah,
Dude, he put on his mask to see
Yeah,
see
he
this.
did.
He did it once in the movie.
He put on his mask for the last
It,
part.
no, it was
an
he had it,
introduction.
he had it on as a flashback. Never for the rest of the movie until the end. And even then, it was for like max like a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
second
and then-
of screen time.
He
And
didn't
then-
have it on in the car, right?
No,
took it off in the
he
car.
took it off in the car. Either
Well,
he didn't take it off
Wait,
in the car.
This
He-
is a spoiler, by the way.
No, they crashed. Remember they crashed, and then his mask
mask
was
is
off.
magically off.
And then
Those are your final thoughts?
A spoiler. Your final thoughts are a spoiler. You fucking
Okay,
idiot.
final thoughts. It was okay. I mean, it was fun if you like turn your brain off. Like, oh, I have nothing better to do. I'm just gonna watch this
It looks
movie.
pretty.
Gonna watch
It
the
looks
movie.
pretty.
Like,
It's
"Oh."
pretty.
It's
a pretty movie.
It's pretty if you
At
don't.
points, it looks pretty.
Hey,
At
bitch, you
points,
hate
it-
everything. Shut up.
I mean, at points, the cinematography is nice. Final thoughts. It's not a good
Hey,
movie.
I wasn't done.
Okay, then
I'm
go.
done.
Final thoughts. It's not a good movie. I personally wouldn't recommend it. But if you want to go out and see something this week and have, I guess, a little bit of fun, go watch it. But if you're interested in watching an actual movie, just skip it. It's not good.
Final thoughts. I would say the movie is actually just really disappointing for what it is. I mean,
They were hyping it up.
they were hyping it up and all that, but it's just like we said, it's just filler at this point. Like you could skip this movie, go to Suicide Squad 2, and it probably won't even affect anything. This movie was so this movie didn't really include any aspects
like,
of the
it
other
had-
universe.
it didn't have any weight.
If they find a way to connect it to Suicide Squad 2, maybe you'll be like, hey.
They'll
remember that.
probably just put Birds of Prey in like
Yeah,
that's it, and then
So-
they'll be out by the end of the movie.
Basically, the movie did nothing. for
yeah.
me.
This movie did nothing to add really to the lore of the DC universe. Nothing really. I mean, introduce new characters and all, but didn't know how to use a character.
They didn't know how to build them up. They just like.
Well, they didn't know how
Yeah.
to flesh them out.
Yeah,
Or-
they were just like, boom, Huntress.
Huntress.
Huntress, bam.
Pop.
Then
And
Black
then
Mask.
Black
oh wait,
Canary.
he's dead now.
And then Black Canary, she had powers. Anyone who knows,
Oh
she
my
had powers, and
God.
she's like,
All right, I guess let's talk about that quickly. What the fuck? They just Black Canary literally used her powers once in the movie,
Once.
And then she passes out.
and then
but she could have used it multiple times. I saw like so many scenarios she could have used it.
That's what I hate about movies. Like
Or
they
you
give
could-
them like super cool powers, and then like they say it for like, the big
Like the
fucking
end, like,
end.
Either they
all
got
right, guys, it's
I-
coming, it's coming,
it's
and then
co-
she does it, and it's like underwhelming.
It's like
Even though
I would have fucking loved to see her use it more often, like maybe inside the carnival. room.
Yeah.
And like screaming like every now and then. Nope.
Final
Alright.
thoughts.
Final thoughts.
I went into this movie having no expectation, really.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe that's why I kind of have a higher opinion of it. I think it's
So
I think it's an okay movie. You
None-
can go watch it and shut up. It's my final thoughts.
You talked during mine.
I just to compliment you. I said, yeah, that's.
I was gonna
agree with you.
compliment you too.
Okay, do it.
You're ugly.
Final thoughts, Aldo.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good. Go watch it. Maybe if you don't want to, then
you don't
Don't-
have to. Yeah,
yeah.
no one's forcing you.
it's not a must watch. If you're bored and there's nothing else, you watch everything else.
Maybe skip this one too, but
Yeah.
unless you wanna hug in.
It's
Just wait for Sonic.
yeah. This,
All right, Lewis. What would you rate this film?
If I was IMBD,
IMBD.
IMBD.
So, like, the Chinese counterfeit version.
yeah, we need one like that. I would give it like a 6 out of 10,
Oh, that's generous.
and that's because they had Obi-Wan in it. That's it.
I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna give it a 5. I think it's okay. I think 5 is fine for me. 5 out of 10.
For me, it's a 4 out of 10.
Alright, 6.
He's doing the
5, 4.
average.
Yeah. I mean, I would say I'd give it a strong. No, I don't know. I would say a 5.
A lukewarm 7.
I would be a 5 for me. What'd you say?
No, 6.5 maybe.
Hey Tony, what did you think?
6.5.
I'll give it 6.5. Just because I have a crush on Huntress.
All right, guys. So that was a review of Birds of Prey. Stay tuned for other reviews that are coming up. One which is Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie.
Yeah,
We're
stay
actually
tuned for
excited
next week.
for that one. We're excited for that
I
one.
just want to see.
You canceled your Tinder date because of that.
Yes,
for
I
that.
did.
But
Amazing.
I didn't just cancel it. I fucking blocked that bitch on every fucking social media.
To Messina's date.
all right, let me do that again.
Wow, that was
Wow, that was funny.
That's funny. This
Oh
is
my god.
That was a good one.
I'm bringing that up again.
All right. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.